So now, as a diamond dealer and as a graduate gemologist, I signed into the Kimberley process, meaning I will not buy diamonds that knowingly were sold or traded for weapons or for a warlord or something like that.
But you would never truly know if it was or not. You would just trust your source.
That's correct.
But your source could have trusted their source, and at some point there could have been a break. You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
That's interesting.
You wouldn't know. I mean, that's the truth, you know.
I know some people genuinely believe there's energy in stones. Like, there's a whole thing about it.
Right. So having a ruby touching your skin or an emerald touching your skin could give you better health, or better for wealth, luck, and health.
Like, superstitious people believe in that kind of stuff.
I'm not going to look. If you believe that, I'm fine with it, and I'm not going to judge in any way, shape, or form.
No, what I'm saying is, like, I never thought about it this way. Mm-hmm. Because I know I've met people like that. I don't want to name names, but 100% they would never buy used jewelry. I personally don't care. I bought my wife used stuff. She's okay with it, and we got great deals sometimes doing that, especially antique pieces and stuff like that. But I know some people, like I have somebody in my family, would never ever wear a used jewelry because they think the person that wore it before carried some energy, etc. But then the argument is like, what do you think? If you got a brand new piece of jewelry, that stone is like very highly likely it's used. It's been used.
It's extremely highly likely. You know, how many
just because
stones are sold to pawn shops every single day, right? And where do those stones go? Those stones, they go back to a wholesaler or a dealer, and they get recut. And now they're more contemporary cut, and so on and so forth.
So maybe here's an idea for a business.
Sure.
Just brand new diamonds or something.
Oh, man, I can't unethically.
But if you source it from like from a mine.
I have
you buy directly from the mine.
I have a dealer that I work with. His uncle owns the mine. His cousin is a diamond cutter, and then from the diamond cutter it goes to him. So he was, when I was selling a lot more natural diamonds, he was one of my best suppliers because it was a very linear from brand new, right? So there's a cost to mine the stone and so on and so forth, and it gets to the wholesale, and then it gets to me, right? So instead of it passing by 3,000 hands, going from De Beers to a cutter to a supplier, and from a supplier to a cutter, and a cutter to a wholesaler to another wholesaler in the United States or in wherever. And they bounce around a lot too, because a wholesaler will sell to another wholesaler. There was profit made in between there, and then it gets to me somehow, right? Now that's a lot of hands. Every single time something changes hands, there's money replaced. So for getting it from him, it was very linear. So his prices were very fair, and I sold a lot of diamonds from him. But the thing is, there's no way that I could write on the receipt or a certificate or anything to say this is brand new. There's no way, because I can't prove it. So and that's a problem.
I wonder if there could be a way, like maybe
we just have GoPros on the mine,
yeah, something.
and then just follow it through. I mean,
no, I guess
I can take your family member to the mine. We can get the diamond. We can take it to the diamond cutter ourselves, have the diamond cut. He'll have, at some point he has to sleep.
No,
right?
I have an idea. I have an idea. If the mine themselves will cut it somewhere close by and put some kind of a identification laser etch.
So that's how the Kimberley process sort of works, right? So you have mines that are within the Kimberley process in Africa, for example, right? That are selling diamonds legitimately, right? So those diamonds get laser inscribed at the mine, and then they go to some, government place, and then from there they get sold to De Beers or El Rosa or whatever. So that's how you know that diamond that's laser engraved can leave Africa and be part of the Kimberley process. But
can you source it directly from that mine? Call them up and say, I want to buy the diamond.
It's possible, but we gotta spend some money.
It would be more expensive to do that.
Oh yeah.
How much more?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I will make it happen. I will always
just
make a
curious.
client happen. Will it be a serious amount of money? Yeah, it's got to be a serious amount of money because we're gonna be following this diamond around. It's gonna be fun. Just think of all the hotel rooms that we're gonna.
Okay,
need to
maybe
get.
someone watching to be like, "Oh, I didn't know. I want a new diamond." They'll call you
Let's
about
do it. Absolutely. So I have cut diamonds from raw before for clients that wanted from raw to their ring.
Oh, that's another way of doing
Yeah,
it.
so
Just
we-
take a raw piece. Then chances are no one ever wore it. So
Yeah,
like
of course,
zero
because
chance.
it was never cut as
Yeah.
a gem. So I have done that before and sourced raw stones for them and allowed them to choose and say, hey, look, I think this is going to come out really high quality. There's really good color, so on and so
that's
forth.
actually a cool idea. The
Yeah,
raw
and
diamonds.
really start from scratch. Yeah, rawdiamonds.com. Jeez, that's gonna be rough. It's a lot of work. It's so much work.
Can you look at a raw diamond and tell what kind of clarity it has?
Okay,
color?
so what they do is you polish a window, right?
Okay.
So you just polish one edge of the raw diamond and look into it as best as you can.
Is there a market for raw diamonds specifically where you can source it and stuff like that?
Not on the retail level. So there are collector raw diamonds that are called glassies, and they look really cool, and people collect them. Like gem collectors collect them.
I almost feel like that's a whole thing on its own because
It's a whole
because
thing
that
on
you
its
cannot
own.
mix it with the lab. Lab will never look like that, right? Or they also come out raw, kind of funky looking.
So labs will come out as a cube.
Okay.
Most raw diamonds will come out as two pyramids on top of each other.
Well, I want to look that up.
Yeah, so look up a glassy diamond, natural glassy diamond, and you'll have these triangular naturals on them, and it's just the coolest thing ever. So there are collectors out there that will actually collect pieces of I shouldn't say pieces, but like they will cut out a piece
Like
of
this one?
of the mine where an emerald is growing. Yeah, that could be, but I'm not sure that's natural or not.
You think lab could look like that as well?
I don't know. It's just an interesting looking one. So
even the caption
because of
says,
the
is this the
concaves.
diamond or quartz or glass?
Yeah. So because of the concave cut in it, that looks like quartz to me. So these are
That's-
glassy naturals, right? So
that is.
right here. So in this right here, that's a diamond that's growing out of the diamond right here. So now if you go here, that's a quartz. No, glass. That's not what we're looking for. But imagine just like that piece right there, kind of growing into two pyramids on either side. It's really sick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How come nobody uses that for rings? That would be interesting. You
Raw
just cut it?
diamonds as rings.
Yeah, you cut
because
it
they
in a
don't have
certain way.
they don't have the brilliance. That's why. But
Well,
yeah, there are
Can't you cut it like on one side where it's going to be brilliant and leave the raw piece on the bottom?
not necessarily because I need the refractivity.
Uh,
So yeah, yes and no. I mean, I can do anything, but something that I have done before is I've done bird cages with raw diamonds in them. So basically, I call it a bird cage, but what it is it's like imagine a piece of jewelry that looks like this, right? And inside of it is raw diamonds and emeralds or whatever that's sitting in there, and then kind of move around on its own.
I think that would be the most original thing. Like, I don't know. I've never seen anybody selling or wearing raw or some half raw, because that will for sure tell everybody that's not a lab diamond.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah,
That's a really cool
It's
thing.
really cool.
Yeah.
It's just
Let's
not
make
as
one.
it's just not as fun to look as
I know. But
It's a very nerdy thing to want to do.